Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Leaf, that's my art nickname, and I'm studying illustration at uni currently. So in this video I'm just going to show you some bits and bobs I've been up to throughout the week. So a little bit of collaging. In fact, I make my first crocodile collage in this video, so I'm going to show you a little bit of the process with that and a little bit of digital stuff maybe as well. I warn you now, digital art is not my strong point. But I'm trying to get better with it, so we'll see how it all pans out in this video, and hopefully it all looks good and that you enjoy my art. So yay! Okay, so if you have seen my first YouTube video, which I will try to remember to link below, you might recognise this guy. I drew him in, what did I do? In alcohol markers as like my first little crocodile illustration. If you don't know already, I love crocodiles. You're going to be seeing a lot of them on this channel. I think they're just really fun to sort of stylize and play around with and, well, illustrate really. So started off doing a collage with this. I'm going to finish this one, hopefully in this video. I did one before, which I will also show you. That one was like a little experiment before doing this one. So I made sure I was happy with that one before starting this one. So I don't think they're going too bad. Please excuse the mushrooms. Actually, I'll just show you the mushrooms. Mushroom doodles as well. Yeah. So there we go. Also, one of the reasons why I'm doing so many crocodiles at the moment is because I want to get better at illustrating them. I really enjoy them, and if they turn out good, so hopefully this guy turns out alright, in the future, the plan is to get some stickers made up of crocodiles basically. So each collage croc will be made into a sticker, if I think it's good enough, that is. And maybe that'll start up a little online shop. But I'm getting ahead of myself. By the time that starts happening, I may be too busy getting back into uni, so we'll just see how things go. But this is what I'm doing now in the summer. This is where things are going. So hopefully it's all gonna go alright. Oh yeah, because I'm an idiot, I'll just show you the outcome of the first video. So I have it right here, and yes. So if you've seen my first video, you may remember this guy. I did it. And collage of him underneath. So I can, there we go, that's not a bad shot. So you can compare if you like. I'm trying to keep the colours somewhat similar. I mean, I can always edit them in Photoshop. That's no big deal. But yeah, basically exploring alcohol markers, playing around with them here, and then if I'm happy with it, I translate that into collage. So that's what I've been doing. Anyway, I'm going to put that aside and I'm going to finally get on with the video. Tracing paper! I'm sorry. I sometimes trace the shape so I can then cut it out in collage. That makes sense. I think that made sense. It just makes it easier to get the exact shape, sort of. Plus, if I grab a bit of paper here, this is collage paper that I made. Obviously, tracing paper, you can see through it, so you can sort of almost use it as a viewfinder and decide which bit of paper you want. But yes, I'm gonna trace this now. Trace the head. I like to use a mechanical pencil just because it's you can get a much sort of thinner line with it, and it's better for tracing. You get more of a precise cut. Just going to ignore the nostrils because we'll deal with them later. So which bit to do here? I'm not sure. Got this. Sorry if you can hear noise. I'm trying to make sure that it is quiet. So I've got some nice splitter splatters, as I like to call them, going on here. So I could use a bit of that, but I don't want it to be repeating as such. Hey, why don't I look at this again, just to compare and see what I could use. Okay, I think splitter splatters might be the only way. Also, I'm going to make the top half all green. That's yellow. We're not adding yellow. Not doing that. So, okay. Splitter splatters it might be. Okay, so here I am just tracing out pieces and playing around with paper, cutting out some bits and bobs. I don't stick things down fully at first. I only do it sort of loosely so I can move stuff around. Hence why it looks like it does. But slowly bringing it together. And yeah. Okay, so now adding in some texture, going in with the crayons, Caran d'Ache crayons, all fancy. Well, I'm not gonna lie, they are fancy. I'm quite protective over those crayons. Enough about that. And some pencils as well, adding in texture. I was still looking at the alcohol marker illustration as a reference, just for some ideas. Just slowly bringing it all together, adding some bits and bobs. Yeah, I don't think it's looking too bad. I will edit the bumps and claws and stuff digitally to make them look nicer. Okay, so for now this guy is all finished. I will put him in Photoshop and do some edits, adjust colours, etc. Little things like that. But for now he is done. I don't think I'm going to film stuff that I do on Photoshop because I have a feeling this video is long enough anyway, but yes, so he's done and I will most definitely be posting him on my Instagram very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, so here I am with a rough sketch of the crocodile I mentioned earlier, and let's just take some time to appreciate these textures. I really like these textures, I think they came out really well. Very loose, very messy, but it works. Yes, I'll be using those to make crocodiles, cut them up and sticking them down. Just as I'm doing there, just sticking some pieces down, and here I am going in with some crayons and pencils and whatnot. So yes, this was the croc that I did before the one that you just saw. So this one was basically an experiment, sort of, as my first crocodile collage. So I did this one, just to get a feel as to how I could do them, and then I did the one that you just saw. Yes, that's right. So I do really like this pose. Not gonna lie, I don't know what made me want to do this pose. I have no idea, but he looks so happy. I mean, yeah. Actually, I remember talking about this in my previous video. No, the first one. I can't remember. Either way, I did a sketch of him and mentioned how happy he is bouncing on his tail. So, yay. I thought it'd be quite a fun, silly one to do. So here I am just going in with some pencil, adding in some more texture, and yeah, looking good. Okay, so here I am, just doing a bit of digital art, which, as I mentioned earlier, is something that I never do, and I'll be honest, I try to avoid it sometimes because I don't really enjoy it, but it's best to just explore what's out there and, have a go. You gotta give these things a go, and if it's not right for you, then it's not right for you, what are you gonna lose? So what I'm doing now, I'm not gonna give too much away. I've been working on this for, I'll be honest, I started it several weeks ago, more like a couple of months now, as just a little quick doodle thing that I had, because I asked my friend, hey, what should I draw? I want to draw something, what could I do? And he said, do a lizard. I thought, okay, I'll do a lizard. And of course, me being a person who definitely listens, decided to not really do a lizard and change it into something else. So that's what I'm doing now. What you're seeing here is working on the neck, and this bit was very hard. I changed it from what I was originally doing. It was a different colour, it was going to be yellow, but no, changed that now because it wasn't looking good. And this bit, so basically, I'll just summarise it here. What I'm doing, it's sort of bits and pieces of this one sort of creature. Well, you can see what it is there. There you go, enough said. But yeah, the process, I started off obviously with a sketch, then I made it into black and white, so just using airbrushes to see what values would go where, dark, light, etc. So I did that with airbrushes. Then I added in shadows, which you can see me doing here a bit. Am I adding in shadows? I think I'm adding in shadows there. So just to see where, where the darks and the lights would go. So that's all in like the planning layers. I called them I grouped them together and I called them planning. That's what I did. Yeah, I do still find this quite hard, but I'm getting there. I'm just trying to think what else I did. The shadows were on multiply, I think. Yes. And the lighting was on, it's either hard light or soft light. I can't remember. This is in Procreate, by the way. If anyone out there has done a lot of digital art, I know it's kind of like the way that things are going at the moment, especially with illustration. A lot more stuff is digital. Not complaining, perfectly fine. But I'm just curious if anyone's done a lot out there and has any bits of advice or anything, or would like to talk about digital art. I don't really mind. So yeah, the bit earlier I was working on the head. I promise you now, it did start off as a lizard. I just got bored of it and made it into a dragon. There you go, I said it, dragon. So I was doing the head earlier. This is a smaller version of it, as in like on the sort of piece, the head will be the biggest drawing, and this is the full body, which will be smaller. And then I want to try and do a foot. I have sketched out the foot, so that'll be interesting. And maybe, I wasn't sure what other feature to do. Maybe a bit of the tail. Yeah, I was going to do that. So finally getting around to it after several months of, not several months, 2 months max of not being able to do it. Thank you to my friend who was nagging me to do it. No, I'm kidding. But yes, so I'm gonna shut up now and try and find some music that I'm allowed to use for this. Okay, I'm back again. So my plan for next video is that I will be back to making alcohol marker illustrations, crocodiles obviously, and if they turn out good, then I will make collages of them, because that is the plan. I'll obviously show anything else that I get up to during the week as well. I'm really trying to advance with digital skills at the moment, get better at it, in like a different style to this. I'm trying to make it, how can I explain it? Just trying to play around with like textures and brushes and stuff on Procreate, so a different style to this, but still making them look kind of silly, goofy. Yeah, just trying to draw crocodiles in Procreate. So that's the plan for my next video. So feel free to stick around for that. They're just trying to add in some shadows, finishing up the shadows now, trying to get all this sort of foundation and basic stuff done before I go in and add details. Oh my god, why is this so hard? If you enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing to my channel. Any support with my artwork and my art journey will be very much appreciated. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye!